All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday workout class. So right now, what you need to go find is something to use for a set of dumbbells. Would be perfect. And then some sliders. That's what we're going to be working with today. So you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. You can use cans, water bottle, laundry soap, a backpack like what we have been doing, but you need something for mass today. So while we're going through our first stuff, why don't you go ahead and go grab that and just listen to me as we go through our stuff that we like to get done while we're waiting for people to join. So today we went a little different with our snack. We went with more of a, what could you call a spicy snack, I guess you could call it, right? Because it's a buffalo chicken thing. Let's see. Where's the glare? Not the worst. All right. So what we got? Buffalo chicken celery stick, some shredded chicken, Frank's Red Hot sauce, cream cheese, and shredded cheese, all mixed together. Slam it into a celery stick. Boom. You got yourself basically chicken wings on the go. Sounds pretty amazing. We have some of the Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce in our fridge. I might have to try these later and let you guys know how they were. And then our joke today, what do you call a rabbit with lice? You know there's a pun or something coming, don't you? So, like I said, we just need some simple stuff today. We're going to be going through our strength block stuff. So we're going to get nice and warmed up and ready to rock and roll. So to start, we're going to be down on the ground. We're going to be doing our glute bridge march. We're going to do some reach and rolls just without a foam roller. So I'll show you how to do that, which is a good mobility piece. Some plank shoulder taps and some knee hugs to start. So here we go. On our back, we're going to get in our glute bridge position, nice and flat, tight core. Make sure your back's flat. Don't be super arched. You want to drive your back down into the floor. Keep your core tight. And then we're going to bridge up using those elbows as support so you're not rocking back and forth, driving your hips. And then we're going to lift one leg off, bring it towards your chest, pause for just a second, and then we're going to switch to the other side. If you want to challenge yourself, instead of just using those elbows to stabilize yourself, give yourself a nice little pull at your knee. So a knee hug in this movement and try to keep your hips from shifting side to side while you do this. We're going to go 10 of these on each side. We're just going to kind of march it out. I just don't want to see you running in the glute bridge position. So as long as you're doing these controlled, you're perfectly fine. If you feel like you're starting to get a little wonky, get reset and get back into it. All right, one more on each side. And relax, nice work. Okay, now for our reach and roll, we're gonna go ahead and roll over onto our knees. Okay, we're gonna sit back onto our heels. From here, I'm gonna slide palms out, straight out as far as I can reach, dropping my head in between my shoulders, trying to keep my butt down so I'm not here, right? I'm down and I'm reaching out. As I reach out, driving my forehead down towards the floor, you're gonna feel a little tightness probably in your lats, so underneath your armpit. And then from there, all we're gonna do is we're gonna try to lift one arm at a time off for just a second, relax, lift off, relax, and then we're gonna sit up. But we're not gonna bring our butt up. We're not gonna come into a quad position. So we go down, slide out, pause for just a second, lift off, and then come back to that seated. Good, we got one more of these sliding out. And if you use something like if you have a box or really anything that elevates your hands while you do this, a foam roller, if you have a foam roller, this one gets even more intense when you're already in the hole, as I would call it. okay? Because you're already raised on those arms, so you're even deeper into that shoulder. So that would feel even better, okay? Next, we're going plank with shoulder taps. So now that we're kind of loosened up, we're gonna get into that plank position, widen out our feet, lock in nice and tight, okay? And we're gonna make sure that when we lift off and shoulder tap, we're not shifting our hips side to side, okay? So I'm gonna put my saucer on my back, and I'm gonna challenge myself to not drop it. We got 5 shoulder taps on each side. One more. And beautiful, coming down, and take that saucer off my back before I drop it, okay? All right, coming up to our feet, we're gonna go knee hug with an inverted hamstring, okay? So inverted hamstring, just like always, single leg RDL, right? But this time we're gonna quarter squat down for balance, drive that knee up to our chest, pull in, get that knee hug. Then we're gonna follow it down, find your balance. If you need to grab something, that's fine, but we're gonna go into that inverted hamstring. Same side, coming right back up, knee hug. Follow it down, inverted hamstring, lock everything in. Got one more on this side and then we'll switch. Knee hug. Inverted hamstring. Nice. And back up. Hopefully your balance is getting better. I know mine is. That's what this is all about, getting better. Here we go. Good knee hug. Follow it down. Back up. I'm trying to keep everything nice and straight as I do this, okay? So I'm not taking my leg out first. I'm trying to make myself move like I have a dowel running, or you could tip over like me, having a dowel run down my back all the way out so that as my leg goes out, my chest drops, okay? Trying to make yourself one piece. And then up. All right, neural activation, okay, today. Again, we're just going with simple 2-inch runs. So nothing crazy. We'll drop into base position. We'll do our 2-inch runs. I'm only gonna do 2 because we got a lot of stuff to get to today, okay? So up on those toes, drop in, 2-inch run. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, up on those feet. Drop in, and go. 3, 2, 1. Feels really weird doing it barefoot, doesn't it? I'm barefoot, so I can say that. All right, starting down on the floor. We're gonna do our floor press with a dead bug today. Okay, so with your dumbbells or with your mass, whatever you have, we're gonna get into our floor press position. Remember when we floor press, we've been doing this for a couple of weeks. When we push up, we're straight. When we come down, we come out at about a 45, okay? So up is straight, okay? So get yourself set. Once you're set, we're gonna come into our dead bug position. All this is doing, it's gonna make you a little unstable. So you're gonna have to keep that core nice and tight. We're not doing anything with our legs. We're just holding here in this position as we do our press. Ready? Got 8 presses. Pressing up, bring it down controlled. Press it up, down controlled, good. Up and down, up, down, up, down, up, good. Last one, up and down. Jump. All right, now moving into our single leg RDL. You will only need one weight for this one, okay? Because I'll be honest, my hands aren't big enough to hold both. So we're going ipsilateral, which means same side, okay, for our RDL. So right arm, right leg is down, going into that single leg RDL position, okay? So same hand, same leg. Get yourself nice and straight. We're gonna go 5 of these on each side. So down nice and slow and controlled. Pause at the bottom for just a second and then come up nice and fast. Down, slow and controlled. And up, down, up. Good. Just try to stay controlled on the way down. It needs to be a little slower than your up. Good. Switching hands. Okay, switching sides. Same arm, same leg, down, controlled. So with your rep, if your rep's a little slower, that's fine. If it's a little faster, that's fine. You don't have to stick with me on these ones. You're learning the movements. Your body will teach you what you need to do as far as speed. Obviously, a little slower time under tension will work the muscles a little longer, might make you a little more sore, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. We're trying to get as much fitness as we can in 30 minutes time. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to go tall kneeling. You can use 2 weights if you would like. 2 weights to do your curl to press, or you can go half kneeling and use 1. I'm going to go half kneeling for this round. So we're going to come into that half kneel position. The same leg that's down is the same arm doing the work. So I'm going to curl to my shoulder. I'm going to press straight up over my head. Bring it back down slow and control. Remember, up can be a little quicker, but down we want to go nice and control. Okay, I have my hand here. Keeps me from letting my shoulder dip either way. I'm just making sure that I'm staying engaged in my shoulder socket, pressing into my hand a little bit to make sure that I'm not letting things get all kinds of wonky. Okay? Especially with a little lighter weight, that'll help because you're going to stay engaged even if the weight's not enough to engage you. Okay? Which might have to be because you can't find weights anywhere. All right, switching sides. Okay? Get locked in, get engaged. Now with these overhead presses, if something hurts, if it bothers your shoulder to go overhead, okay, that's where we have modifications. So you can either message me and let me know. You can comment if you need to, but just let me know so that we can give you something that you can do at the same time, but won't cause pain. That's not the goal. Last one. And beautiful. All right. Switching to leg curls. Last thing in this round, we're going 2 times through. Remember, round 2 will be a little quicker. This round's just kind of figuring stuff out. Here we go, locking into our leg curl position. You guys know this one well, so I don't have to cue you much. We're gonna go out for at least 1 second. So it's not as slow as we have done. We're gonna go out controlled and then bring it back controlled. Okay, so out and back, about the same pace. Just nice and controlled, out and back. Keep those hips high. If you have a room you want to refinish the floor, throw some sandpaper on your feet. It'll make it a lot harder, and you get to finish your floor. So you check something off your honey-do list. Good job. I think we're at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, going back to our first movement, going into that floor press. 4 floor press. Can't talk today. Okay, so get yourself set, get your core nice and tight, coming into that dead bug position. If you want to challenge yourself, you can press and alternate your feet each time if you want. I'm going to just stay in this position so that I'm doing really good reps, okay? So press up, but if you want to make it harder, that's fine. Just control yourself. Make sure everything's nice and tight. You don't lose position. Trying to make something harder, don't lose form, because that's not the kind of hard you want, because that's what will make you sore in bad ways. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Going to our 1 weight for our ipsilateral single leg RDLs. Okay, get locked in. I'm going to show it to you from the front this time. So coming down slow and controlled, and up. Try to make sure that when you're going down, you're controlling yourself so that you don't round your back, okay? Don't reach lower than you can. Just feel it where it starts to stretch in that hamstring, and that's perfect. Any further from there, you're compromising your form, trying to get a little lower. Got 2 more on this side. Up. Last one. Switching sides. Here we go. One side might feel easier. That's pretty normal. Just like all of these movements we do. One side of your body seems to be your good side. Good. Nice work. I think we're going to try something next month. We're going to try to maybe have a class member on the other end of one of these calls. So there's not just me talking to me. So then you guys can banter back and forth with me, which would help me out quite a bit. All right, this round, I'm going to show you 2-arm tall kneeling. So tall kneeling, both knees go down, get in that good position, shoulders back and down, big chest, curl up, press overhead. You can still do single if you want. Same idea, just this time, we're gonna get it repped out. Okay, 10 reps. And we're gonna stand straight up and go into squats. For this next quick round, we only have 1 round of this next one. Then we'll go into our little regen and get you guys out of here. Last rep. And beautiful. Now, just to make it total body, we're gonna come up to our feet. If you have weights, this is where it's gonna get fun. We can hold them into that front squat position where you're setting your weights on your shoulders. You can go goblet if you have a backpack, okay? Whatever you need to do. The only one that's gonna be really hard is if you try to do squats with the weights outside of your body, because you'll run into yourself, or you're gonna be so narrow, it's gonna feel really weird. Okay, so I'm gonna go front squat position right here. We're gonna do 8 squats, 1 round, 8 squats. So here we go, down, 1, 2, and up. Down, 1, 2, up, good. 1, 2, up, that's 3, down, and up. Now you know the pace, down, up, that's 5, down, up, good, down, up, good, down, and up. Let's do one more, but let's take it slow. Here we go. 5 seconds down, 5-second hold, and just come up. Ready? Down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Nice work. Taking those weights down to the floor. We're gonna go plank rows, very similar to our shoulder taps, but this time in the plank position, gonna alternate which arm you're rowing with. So you're lifting your weight off the ground. If you don't have a weight, I want you to pretend like you're trying to peel your floor up on each side and just squeeze everything on the side you're rowing as hard as you can, okay? Here we go. Good plank position, widen your base, lock in. We got 5 on each side, rowing up and down. That's 2. 3, 4, and 5. Nice. This last one, what we're doing is we're starting into our regen just a little bit. We're going to go quad leg abduction. Maybe we've done these before with a kickback. This time we're just going to go into that what you could call fire hydrant position. Okay, so we're going to get quad position, lock everything in, find that neutral spine. From here, my right leg, without my hips changing levels, I'm going to open up as far as I can. Okay, I can't open up very much. You probably can't even see my leg outside of my arm, but that's as far as I can go. Hold for 1 second, bring it back down. To keep from cramping, now I'm going to switch to the other side, open it up, and bring it down. Switching back. We're going to do 5 of these on each side, alternating. About a 1 to 2 second pause at the top. You'll feel your glute cramp up probably a little bit. That's normal. We're really tight in the hips. So these hip mobility ones with glute activation are really hard. Got 2 more on each side. Keep breathing. Want to leave plenty of time for regen. As you know, this week has been kind of about getting things reset, getting ready for the end of the month, getting into a new program soon. 1 more. So like Tuesday's class was a little easier than you guys are used to. Today's class, same thing. Not super challenging, just about good movements. We're just allowing our body to rest a little and recover for what we got coming up next. All right. Now we're going into our full regen part. So what we have, we're gonna go 90-90 sweeps. We've done those quite a bit. And then we're gonna go prone back extension. And then we'll end with a push-up to down dog series where we're just gonna do it a couple of times, just flow through it, kind of like a Tuesday class. Okay, so here we go into that 90-90 position. Okay, make sure you're 90 at your hip, you're 90 at your knee, okay, and your shin. And then make sure that your knees are lined up like you're against the wall. Okay, I like to put my bottom hand either straight out and try to glue it to the floor or hold my knees together so they don't separate. Make an L with your finger and your thumb, and you're just gonna slide that L up over your head and rotate through your T-spine and shoulder as far as you can. Trying to keep those fingers down. If you can't, that's fine. Let's rotate back. Taking our time. We're not in a hurry here. This is really about getting things stretched out, loosened up. Just go through your range. If you go straight up, that's fine. If you can go a little further, that's fine. I can't get quite all the way around. I'm still working on it. Super tight in my pecs and shoulders. Let's go 2 more of those up and around, and we'll switch sides. Make sure you're watching where your hand is going and breathing as you do it. Let's go 1 more on this side, and then we'll switch. So next week we will be back to doing our cardio piece at the end instead of a regen piece. But again, we're just trying to get things ready for what's coming up. All right, getting locked over to the other side. Make sure you're in good position. And we're gonna go ahead and start that sweep when you're ready. We got 4 of them. It's always a good time when you're doing regen to try to relax your mind. Just go through the movements, try to feel the muscles that are getting loosened up, the muscles we're focusing on. So in this case, working that T-spine in your back, loosening up your shoulders, your neck, things that are super tight. Feel what's tight. Try to breathe intention into that spot. Nice big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We got one more. All right, now going into that prone back extension. This is our handcuff one, right? Handcuffed Superman. So we're gonna go onto our stomach. I want you to get into a comfortable position. If it's too much for you to get your arms around to your back and arch, that's fine. Just do what you can, okay? Even if you just get in this position and lift off a tiny bit, you're just working those posterior chain muscles, so those muscles in your back, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with our hands straight over our head. Then we're gonna go ahead and sweep those arms around our back, handcuff ourselves behind, and then squeeze your glutes, squeeze your back muscles, and lift your chest as far off the ground as you can. We're just doing 2 of these, so we're gonna hold. This is where our breathing practice comes in, so that you can still breathe and hold that position without passing out or seeing stars. And release and sweep those hands back forward. Now this time I want you to challenge yourself since it's our last one. So I want you to lift yourself up a little bit on your hands. So almost kind of like a mini cobra position, okay? What you're gonna do now is as you sweep your hands to the back, if you can, try not to let your chest drop, okay? So trying to lock into that position, squeeze and take your hands away. Get them to your back and try not to change that position. Make sure you're still breathing. About 10 more seconds. And just go as long as you can. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. All right, last one. Going through that push-up flow a little bit. So what we're gonna do, get your hands under your shoulders, bring your toes underneath you, okay? And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push up and back into a down dog right away. Okay, so pushing up, back into that down dog, stretch those shoulders out a little bit. So really sink your head in between. Now drop your hips back into that plank position. Drop down into that push-up all the way to the ground and just relax at the ground. Good, let's do 2 more of those. Pressing up all the way into a down dog. Shake those shoulders out a second. Rock forward into that plank position and down. Nice and slow. Good, all the way down. You can relax at the bottom for just a second. Okay, and let's press up and into that down dog. Shake those arms out. Stretching things out, opening up. Rock forward. Drop down nice and slow. Once you touch the ground, press up into that down dog, and then walk those toes all the way forward and up. Come up nice and slow. Good job. All right. I just want you to stand here. I want you to just relax for a second. Take in some breaths. If you want to do some big breaths in and out, loosen things up, that's fine. But we're going to get into our quote today. When everything feels like an uphill struggle, just think of the view from the top. I know everything's a struggle right now, but eventually things are going to turn around and it's going to be just as good or better than it has been. And we're really looking forward to that point. I know we are as a team, getting ready to hopefully come see you guys soon. We never know what it'll look like, but when we are back, it's going to be awesome because we'll be back working for you guys. So keep it up, keep coming, keep working hard. And when we do get back, like I said, the view from the top will be sweet. So thanks again. And I'll leave you with your joke today. What do you call a rabbit with lice? Well, you call it Bugs Bunny, of course. Daffy Duck would love that one because we're making fun of bugs. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And I will see you next week. As always, let me know if there's something I can do for you, if that's jump into a meeting, do a stretch break, or just talk. Let me know on IM, email, or message me. Thanks again, guys. I will talk to you later.